Natasha Kanapé Fontaine awa o metewil o tapasanayakyo egwa o weskawatao Innu egwa nagaskamuin depene misowina. Miguachota 7th Gen.
After all the years of losing, my mind is set to winning. A champion was chosen with this new beginning. To the top we will rise, determined for the prize. I'm feeling undisputed, a chance to be alive. I'm letting my emotions free, hear me flow the beat. My dreams have come to life, I know my soul believes that I will conquer. My moment's here to rock the show. This is our chance, don't let it go with this breath control. Time to reveal that we ready for this work. Rising from the underground, buried in dirt, but now we're standing on the front line, bringing the peace, destroying opposition while we live in the dream. And we will rise to the top, and we will never stop. Ready to take on the world and show 'em what we got. To all the nations, it's time to show 'em what we got. Champions, champions of the land.
Gagi chinemoik gakanao, mama wipanikoe o koka, mamen wasanastegi, bimegoscatotoe, ota bimatesewinik, gichitoa wisawen, Mr. Go gakiao, gita wawiemakan, uma aski gitwa. Natasha Kanapé Fontaine, ga misineik, bigisquewen e yamitawina. Miigwach, wapachikateo, o tatoskewinik, o pematesewinik, o manikan, giskowenikewen, I gisitaniwak.
So my name is Natasha Kanapé Fontaine and I'm
Natasha
from
Kanapé Fontaine at Kisinigason, Pessamit Nitutin.
I just came back from New Zealand doing like performance for 2 weeks.
Omasinay Keonina. Anuchi Gatagusinan, Ute New Zealand teki itutewan.
Poetry concerts. So I'm reading poetry and performing poetry as well.
Iskwe metawe uminanina.
Traveling into other countries.
Misiwete niki papamuteun.
We do either like panels, conversations with other writers. We present our work, and we do readings. I was for
Ewa kuuma uutse ni masinay kewin. Kayas ka uutse hakawattamaan ne kusikita tuuttamaan.
For a long time, I was dreaming to have my own show of poetry with music, and then now that's what I'm
Ego ni
doing.
maganis
Mostly,
tuaski epi minuti tayan
since 3
ewako.
Natasha nayanan giisitao, misanaikana, egwa misuwe e toteo.
I traveled many times.
Misiwete akamaskik niki papamuteun.
In Scotland, Denmark, Greenland,
England,
Germany.
Scotland te kuteiteke.
I did New Zealand, New Caledonia, Senegal, Morocco.
Muna niki peun ki tomite kita itutewan.
Ego te gakanao gegwan gaki ochi machipanek, Pessamit, Quebec. Itigi Bay Como. Giwaitanuk Itigi St. Lawrence CP.
And so we were always moving in between the two sides of my family.
Mista iniki pimpitsinan kapeu pikian.
I grew up with my grandparents, and they were my grandfathers both were
Nimusumak
hunters.
kinita
And, so I grew up
matsiwak.
playing a lot of games, beaver, even like
Tapitawin at tumitsim nikimitsinan.
scents around me, and on one side
Niki kanawa pamawak mana e pagunatsik amisko.
I was always seeing him doing like
Kakinawa uyakia samau umakani patani wakekon.
around hunting and then bringing food and then
Ekusini peise kiskisin.
with the community, and then it was nice to grow up in there because those memories I
Mista
keep them
iniki
preciously.
minupikin ekusegi peise upikian.
It's strange to say cultural activities now, but it's kind of lost today.
Muotsani
and
se
for
ko
me, I
ekuse
feel so lucky
kittisiwa patena na ukitaise pimattisinaniwak.
Ega e tauko ke waskaikana. Wichi kipi sepwe pichik oti ochi Pessamit. Muna uchi keskenetam kita ati isi nagiskak uma wemistogoso weni ka eyaniwak. Ki wapatam uma mista I machaiwak uma aski.
I even remember when I was on the street.
Nikiskisin ewitsimettawe makikawasisak. Nikiatippakotti kokuma kaininiwi anutse. Muna nikiatti uutse witsimettawe mikok. Kanake wiitseekis eekiisitsik. Munan tuutsi minueni mikok misioe maana eekiaisitsik ewitsimettawe makik.
Pakwa totuen kinagiskam mwana witamai Pessamit.
I didn't know I was indigenous.
Muna ni tuutsi kiskeni tien eininiwian.
In Innu, but I never heard about.
Muna kusike konwiikats ni tuutsi peisikiskinoomaakawin.
I couldn't make any connection to my own culture.
Uma uutsi minu iitaawin.
For many years,
Nikippaakoojamiaan. Ekusi nikisittaapuetiin.
Muna kenwes Natasha Kanapé ki nisitotam.
As I was reading books
Eppimiä ja piitsikeään taapitau. Muna ni tuutsi taapuetiin omakiitsimassina ikan kaakia ja miittaajaan.
Ki kese wenetam Natasha oma ochika ki nogwak. The Invisible Nation, Richard Desjardins, Gagi Usitat Residential Schools, Gati Aniskut Temagak, Oma Kitamakewen, Gagi Hispanik.
When I saw that movie, I understood everything.
Ispikekisi ka nawapataman, nikinisituuttien kakinaukeekon. Ekikisiweniittamaan, maakan nekiettipuuneeniittien.
Something that huge and that horrible was done to our people.
Pakotittuin niistä nikiippimin miskien.
Tearing it like ourselves by the inside.
Mistä ikiwan ei tuuttaako nawa kuukuininiwak. Muna apuun tuutsikiskeeniittien niina oma Innu.
And I need to know what happened in my family and in my community.
Ewa kumaaka oma kakakwe nisituuttamaan. Awina uma niina.
Iwi keskenemaya. Natasha Kanapé Fontaine. Pe esikewiako. Giga keskene denau. Opimoteskenau wapata website uma7gen.ca. Natasha Kanapé Fontaine, awa o metewil, o tapasanayakyo egwa o weskawatao inanu egwa nagaskamawin depene misowina. Miguachota 7th Gen.
I met an Innu poet called Josephine Bacon.
Niki me koskawa kuttak Innu, Josephine Bacon, ei sinikaasut.
And she was from Pessamit as well, and I was like really impressed.
Pessamit tuista uutse.
Time, of course, and then when her book came out, I was like,
Tappis kutsnuukum nikietti ettenimau.
And for me, since I lost
Nikietti nisituuteen. Pissik Innu eki esiä ja miit. Maaka niki pakuasimiituttavau. Munaanista tukisikawe kusiewiekaa esiä ajamiisk. Maaka uuma Pessamit kaituutteaan taapittawe kusinnittissikakwe ajamin. Maaka taapittawe kuttee hajawe kusse uuma ei siajamit.
Ottaja women. Kaki ochi minoskatuchik ottawima.
My father came to visit me in Montreal.
Montreal.
And he understood that I was searching to speak my language again.
Innu tapittauniki siajamik.
Speak to me in Innu when we were at home. And before that, he just had the reflex
Tattukisikawe kusiniki siajaminaan.
understood that. I never like told him about
Inaeka
that.
kiskeniittamaan ekuteenuuttee hajamiaan nittajamiwin.
Ki nahiskatuak o kawima I achemostatuchik otayame winiwao esi.
And then after that, he started telling me stories about my grandfather.
Nikiatiatsimustak nimusumeki mamatawisit.
Having all that ancestral knowledge. I said earlier that my father used to be very skeptical about
Ego
everything,
siya
even
niswistak
all the ancestral
kaki
things. And then he started
utawit
recalling all
kaki
what
se
his own father taught him,
kiskeni
and
makot.
he taught me all those things after that. Even today, he still. Now he give me pressure. he says
Tagone
like,
nikiette
your grandfather was that man, and I just
kiskinomak
want him
niistä.
to be remembered that way. And I
Eppa
think
kuseni mojake kusiuma wasisak kitati se
now that I know
kiskinoma
where I come from, and also
wajakok.
that my grandfather was a carrier of ancestral knowledge, and he was that man like conducting ceremonies and very much involved into it. In fact, his whole life. And when he was going back to the
Ako
land,
makauma
everywhere, in fact,
kaatte
it was his way to be
nisituuttamaan
always in
taan
touch
tieni
with the
nautse
Innu stories,
ja
Innu
kokaki
knowledge, and also like
humusumian
my father told me
heki
about
mama
stories about
tawisit.
creatures, like what would be like very like too crazy for him, but he was the one telling me about
Eku
stories,
siuma
crazy
Innu
stories like that in the land.
eki sippimattisit.
And of course I started
Nikiati tapueteen
believing in those things
eku
because
siise.
Keteattasak tapwe wa keni tamok e ketueni tatik pegeskewen oko pesiskiwak gestigana maka petakoe giganisi tawinakunawak.
that's my belief as well. When I
Eku
write
sinistä
poetry,
nittisi tapueteen
for me, I'm
uumakamassa
using that kind of,
sinaigean.
sense I think my grandparents had.
Kaki siya yatawani musum Fontaine.
And in fact, it's like I always feel him around, and I always feel like
Eku
he's
niuko
always still teaching me things. I
kiskisian.
use poetry then to be that person using ceremony.
Kayate itititawi na kagipe tutsikateke. Nippimi kiskinoma kuko kiskinoma kewina. Kaki tutsikateke kayas kaki sippimatti sinaniwak.
Ochapana kaki segiskagut ekwa kotakia kayati ochi kiskenitam I maskawe siwi makak otayamiwen ki ati maskawetisu Natasha.
I did a few things like huge marches against
Nikiwitsi
like,
yoan mana
I
misiweite.
tried to go to blockades and then by being in all
Maka
protests,
nikiette
I started to
hakawate
grow some
niten.
anxiety of being surrounded by people and surrounded by risk.
Wesa
and
e
also,
usametti
then
naniwak.
that anxiety then stopped me to be
Eko
able to be
ninikietti
physically in
punituutan.
places I
Eko
wish I
tuik.
was.
Wapanki si wepenikyo.
I think I just changed
Eku siumanetti siwapaatien.
because
Huumaka
through
tuuttamaan.
literature and visual arts, I just want people to understand the meaning of indigenous
Kittanisi
philosophy,
tuuttamo
to
iitsukuma
understand the connection to the
ininiwe
land, to
taapuettamuin.
understand better why we want to protect the land. So I thought I should
Tane
make
kioma
poetry
wetse
philosophy first,
manatsitaya
and to
ku
work
maski.
to make those philosophies understood with words or poetry, and then using
Huumakamas
all that
sinaigean
to
apuettu
try to
kuekuse
create more
kittaisinnis
understanding of our
tuuttamok.
connection to the land. And then maybe after people will get into a
Kojas
more
kittananaaka
authentic state
tsiitaatsik
of mind to protect the
uumaski.
land.
Ka tapisineyak ki apachito.
I paint a lot. It's abstract, but
Mistä iminanne sisopee tappasinaikan.
forest as they were before colonization. And I was
Eku
seeing,
sikittaisi
like,
kana
those spots
waapattamaan
of
uumakajaasisi
community,
toina
Innu,
kaagiisippimaatti sinaniwak.
families, like going the lands by walking or canoeing. So I thought maybe painting is a way
Tani
for me
siuma
to look at the
kittaanis
past and
kuumaakanine
to see how
wakkaisi
life was
aapatsiitaatsi
with all the
kuumaski.
difficulties, but also how our ancestors used to feel on the land. And then I used it for poetry. And then after that, in
Eko
poetry, I started to
kaakiatte
write more about, of course, my
piiko namakuako kaakinaukekon. Kaakiatti wanitaayak
society, and then after that in the Western society, and then
Uumamino
the
itiittaawin.
land being devastated and
E kai saaskiikako e uutse pimaatsiisuak. Motseko siauekisi pimaattisiu anuutskaakiissikaak.
Ki ati mametoneni tam uma uchika eninisquewits.
I come from a line of broken women because of
Piikon tuinik niistä uutse. Ewa kuuma uutse residential schools. Ne keskisineekin ja mitään mä sinäikän. Egi jääni muuttaa kuuma. Minui tsiittuin. Eku simaa kuuma kaisi vapaattaakik. Kiskuewak. Ega eku si ei seppi maattisitsik. Ewa kumaa kuuma kauutse. Pimikikeään nima sinäikevin uutse. Mistä inneki piikonekonaan ewa kuuma residential schools.
Natasha Kanapé Fontaine. Pe esikewiako ika kiskenitenau o pimoteskenau wapata website uma7gen.ca.
So 3 years ago, I actually produced my
Nikiusitaan mettäwevin atsimuin
show I did from
kama sinaamaan uutsikee koona. Eku spikumannis tuoski.
where it was like performance.
Eku sikiitomnitti siekaa wattamaasun kitta tuuttamaan.
Natasha Kanapé Fontaine awa o metewil o tapasanayakyo egwa o weskawatao inanu egwa nagaskamuin depene misowina. Miguachota 7th gen.
Yeah, so tonight I'm having the
Ewa
relaunch.
kuuma nimasinaikevin misiuitieniti tuuttaikon. Nipapaami piikiskoon misiuitie.
I thought it would be
Nikikisa sinä enänisnistam nimasinaikan 2012 kaskiwak.
I don't know more, and then people getting to hear about indigenous movements, and then there was already just
Eko nikuista auku kakikisa sinayakek.
and then a few others, and then after like even a month, my book was already all sold out, and then they reprinted it,
Josephine
and then it became a
Pakanneko
whole thing.
Naomi
I started
Fontaine.
doing conferences, and then I had to go to book fair. So like I would say my whole like professional life started with that book. It was pretty
Se maak
not
nikimiestä tawakan kakino nimasinaikana kuttaki jappikuekin naatsi saamaan.
Ils sauront que l'on a existé avant eux.
Nimasinaikevin uuma
Ils existeront après.
uutta kaapei tuuttaikuan.
Gayamina imeno panikut. Mona wegach anwepio.
I'm planning to write a new collection of poems in English.
Nimaamittuneen
And right
itien
now
kuttak
I'm working to be published in
kittamas
Spanish.
sinaamaan
So
mas
parts of my
sinaikan.
novel are already translated in Spanish. And so for me it's like a new cycle. I'm
Kittakana
starting
siivasteeka
because
komina
10 years
Spanish
done
ise.
now, and then I want with that launch to
Me
start a new
kotskoes
cycle.
nippime
So for me, it's
Hispaniikun
very
anutsuma.
important in my career.
O witata makewen mistayi etanitakwan megwach oma anuch.
In general, art is just the way for me to heal.
Eikö si
And
oma
that's not
niistä
only for me, but
ei
when
sippi
I learned
mikikeään
to be part of
huumakaa
history,
tuuttamaan.
about history and also all the politics that had so much impact on us and our
Ewa
families
kumaga
and
huumakaa
bodies and minds.
taapuettamaan.
I just
Kiitompiko.
keep looking at
As
how
kiikitoutsi
art
pimattisiak.
can find us new ways to heal all the time, you know. But also
Ja
part of
kun
it,
minä
the most
kitta
important thing I feel
nattamaa
I still
kiittoom
believe about
minui
is we
tiittoin.
have to go back to the land. It's the most powerful way to heal, I feel. And also to make
Ja kun
sure
kitta
our
ja
culture
miuini
are
nau
keeping going
kiittoom
and our
kitouttinamak.
heritage are preserved. We have to go back to the land. And so that
As
relaunch
kiikpi
is
ku
very
kiitom
meaningful to
kitta
me
ise
because I really
as
wanted
seekiweak.
to celebrate the 10 years. Also to remind myself like, oh, what I have been
Nisi tuutta
going
muin
through, all this
kitta ajaa
And
kun
also
mä
because I
weitsiisim
want to, in a way,
massinaikeaan.
because I've always been thinking when I write, I'm thinking about what I want to transmit to people around me.
Mitä taataski kiitti pippaniu, nistam kaki massinaamaan massinaikan.
It has been 10 years now that we have been like in all
Ja
this
kun
work,
ekusi kittaisi kanawaa paattamaa kuutti ettiniikaan, mitä taataski taanisi kittaisi.
and what have we done in 10 years and what we want to do for the next 10 years to be able
Nais
to
kottaajaak,
get more understanding and more
Eiku
equality
siisikee
and
konna.
things like that.
Natasha nawi gageskemu. Ewiyai makotanits.
That's a huge question, I think, because I'm an artist. I'm doing all this
Ego si
work to
pugunista,
heal so many parts of
APTN
me,
taman
and
kita
of my
ise
family as well. And even
naskoma
then,
o
it's
kikuma
pushing
utse
myself to find
ke
new
kon
ways,
kapime
to heal. But I would say I just
Kikiskago
try to go
yak.
physically on the land where our ancestors were. I think that's where we can find some kind of a few answers, even if we don't hear them in our
Kitani
mind,
skuta
they are
ganina
not
wak.
here. They are already in our bodies because our bodies remember the land.
Kipego na wak.
I believe as well our
Kita
ancestors
sekiwe ya
are all in the
kaskikise.
land, and they're just waiting for us there.
Ego ta kipego na wak.
Gegiskenyantananau, Natasha Kanapé Fontaine. Goyask sigiskaget, opimoteskenak gapemi eyat. Bemi, animanita kwan magakina piko. Kita otinaman, gimino pimotweskenau. Gispenge kwan awasamigi note, giskenyanten, Wota wapata website oma 7gen.ca. Wotamina gagi gimiskawinan Instagram, Facebook, egwa TikTok, bimichisahonan egwamina, bimichasawok, oko oskatisak ipimi, miski wache pimakochik, wota aski gitwam, giga wapamikawin, wota 7gen, masanataikanik.